Okay, Jack, you getting in my way again?
Okay.
You can go down and give her a spanking.
I could do that.
Who does he want you to spank?
Give her a spanking,
We're going to take a picture.
Hey, who do you want him to spank, Jack? I want to hear who the... I want to hear who's the bad guy. Whoa, what happened to the grape arbor? This looks good. Let's see here.
Who's going to watch the kids?
Why is everybody here? What's Matt doing here? Is the lodge closed?
No.
Oh, Peter. He's always here.
No, I'm Matt.
Johnny's here.
That's Peter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Janet, she's always here too. Pete, what are you doing here?
What's up? Just a little work.
Work. Oh, you came from Utah to work, huh? Wasn't enough work in Utah for you?
That's right. It's a small
Okay.
What's with the wife being shaken?
Jamie, is
Good job out there.
that you?
That's me.
What are you doing here?
I'm pretending to work.
Oh,
Do anything about that.
are you JR?
No, I'm Jamie.
Oh, okay. So then you are pretending to work. JR is the one that works.
Yeah.
Johnny? Karen, she's not even pretending to work.
I'm working on other things like primary.
Yeah, you're getting your nails done and your hair looks good.
There, yeah.
April, what are you doing here? Aren't you in medical school?
I have
So what are you doing here?
They let me off this weekend.
Oh, they let you out?
Week-long, 2-week-long vacation.
Linda, nobody will say what they're here for.
They're here to de-junk the house.
De-junk the house.
We're here tomorrow.
Are you in denial? This house is sold. You're moving.
No, I'm here
I'm tripping on a little girl. So look, he can't wipe the smile off his face because he's so happy. He can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Stay here.
You'll never even see pure joy until 2 weeks is gone.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you're going to see ecstasy.
That's right. So everybody came to visit the old house.
You see this? You see this?
Yeah, I got it. Zooming in on it.
That's cement.
Yep.
And after I finish this project, 2 weeks from now, there will be no more cement on my Levi's.
And no more dirt. No more nothing.
No more project.
So all your kids came to pay their last respects to the house.
Yeah, we're mourning.
And the women are,
Very happy for Katina.
the boys are happy, but the girls are teary and sentimental. But they're right because this house has a spirit, right, Linda?
Yeah.
It's alive.
Everything was created spiritually before it was created physically. And that means rocks, Jamie, even have a spirit. Did you know that?
I know what my head. I know my spirit.
What'd you say?
Are you
They have intelligence.
trying to say that my head has a spirit?
No, I'm trying to say this house is not just an inanimate object. It actually has a spirit, or intelligence, if not a spirit.
Yeah. Do any of us benefit financially from the sale for our lots? What's that pain and suffering?
Severance already had your reward.
But the pain and suffering of the loss.
Severance pay.
My compensation is no more projects.
So it's a future payment.
You never have to come and work again. You just have to go to the beach in Oceanside.
You know what's coming?
Wait, I gotta ask your dad a hard interview question because this is a difficult thing for me. Okay, Jamie, go ahead. You might forget what you were gonna say.
I was gonna say it's very ironic because growing up I complained so much about doing yard work, digging ditches, fixing pipe, and doing all, and now that's what I do every day.
Well, now you get paid for it.
Yeah, I get paid for it. So I can't complain.
But you got paid. You got way overpaid when you were young.
Probably, yeah.
It's called carte blanche.
Cars, clothes.
Anything you want. Okay, Dr. Alexander.
Yes, sir.
What am I supposed to say when people say, so where is your father-in-law going to go when he moves out of his house?
He's going to Oceanside for a prolonged vacation.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it's none of your darn business. Okay.
Going to the beach.
So we can say that you're going to your beach house in Oceanside?
We're going, no,
Oh, you're going to rent a motel room in Oceanside?
We're going to Oceanside.
On vacation.
Rest by the beach
Oh, okay.
for 6 months.
Okay. That doesn't sound very good, but. So their house in Oceanside is top secret. Nobody knows about it. How long have you owned it?
Everybody knows about it now.
Oh, they do?
We've owned it 6 months.
Okay, so.
I'd like to see it.
That was a good buy.
Take a bunch of stuff and
No matter what you do with it.
Hey, Dave! You're supposed to be in the video. You gotta eat.
We didn't take a family picture yet.
The Anasazis didn't eat that stuff. They ate flesh, human flesh.
Yeah, I would want to send this for a Christmas picture.
let's take a picture.
Al,
Guys, quick, we're going in.
Al, you better not get too close to Dave over there. He's a cannibal. What?
Crazy! Come back out!
Hey,
Matt's down there.
Racy,
Janet, come for the photo, Steph.
for comments.
Okay, Racy.
Stephanie and Janet.
Okay, Racy, this is what
Christina. She hasn't had anything to say.
we had a volleyball game today, Racy, and Jake and Josh said, "Where's Racy?" And I said he had to stay home because they're always accusing him of getting out of work. And Jake said, "He's always working." And I said, "Yeah, but he never gets anything done." No, I didn't say that. So what's your comment, Racy? What were you doing when you were supposed to be playing volleyball with us?
Went to the dump.
The dump?
You took a dump?
You're unskilled labor, in other words.
I went to the dump when I had to cancel my golf lesson so I could go to the dump.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
missed volleyball because I was.
He was playing Lone Ranger.
Okay, so do you have any other comments about the house? Are you going to be happy to go or sad? Really? Even though you have to commute to Torrey Pines? Or are you going to transfer to Oceanside High School?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I need some black friends.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll find a lot of them.
Dad, did you see that?
He was playing what?
Flop off the diving
Oh,
board?
Lone Ranger. What does that mean?
To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump.
Gracie. Belly flop off the diving board, that hurt.
Okay, who's next? Philip? April? Christina? Oh, Christina, sorry. Okay, Christina, your turn.
Who's got the camera?
Try and cry. Pretend you're an actress and you need to cry.
Christina already cried a couple days ago. She sobbed and sobbed and sobbed.
Well, do it for the camera. Okay, just start talking. You can cry.
Just keep telling her we're leaving
In 2 weeks, this house is going to be gone. The only thing you'll have left is Pete.
Hey, let's take a picture.
That's a sorry exchange.
Yeah, well, you should at least get him to comb his hair or shave or something.
Let's see what Scott has to say.
About what?
Scott has to say
About the house where you grew up.
It's a lot of work.
This is Scott's comment. Cha-ching.
It's a lot of work.
You kidding? I'd be working on it anyway. What's the difference?
The work is coming to an end.
What's the difference?
Okay, Philip. Okay. Okay.
Why is Libby crying?
Why are you crying, Libby?
She doesn't want to get out of the pool. She doesn't want to go home. She wants to stay here.
Do you want to live with that Kearney? You can live with me. And Uncle
Hey, Libby, don't you miss all your friends in Teasdale? What's up?
Let me wipe you off.
Maddie,
Are you glad you're going home? Why? Sparky, are you glad you're going home? Kind of. What's
Oh,
so
good.
about it?
Step out.
you can come back. You can come back to the beach house and have a lot of fun. Okay.
I thought you got kidnapped.
Okay, director. Somebody go over and give Philip his cue card. You're on film. It's rolling. Lights, camera, action.
Did you ever call your old lady? We'd have to send somebody up.
No more tile.
No more tile.
Everyone turn around so we can take a picture. Here's my
That's about
camera.
it.
You're glad, huh?
Guys,
Okay.
ready for the picture? Film him. He's ready. Copies of everything.
Okay, guy.
Ah, you would look perfect for the picture. What a darling face.
Okay, April, did you comment on the house? Okay.
No comment.
Come on.
I took a couple. Okay.
You read every book in this house.
I know.
And now I have to move all those heavy boxes.
I know.
Once you read them, can't you throw them away?
No,
Not if you're an Alexander.
You reread.
When you get to the end of all of them, then you gotta start over again. That's all there is.
Jeez.
Hey, Clarky, where are your pants?
No, I don't have much to say. You know, I'm the only one who didn't. I'm one of the only ones that didn't get married in this house. You know, so I guess that means I'm never gonna get married. That's not.
Oh, no, I disagree.
That's not fair.
But-
so she has to have compensation to make up for it.
You'll get.
Have an ultra fancy.
You're the only one that'll get married at the inn at Rancho Santa Fe.
Exactly.
No, Hotel Del, like she said.
She has to have other.
Oh, the inn at Rancho Santa Fe is better.
She's
She
getting
has
her
to get the wood chair.
La Berge.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but we should be extra layer, right, son? Let's go over there and make a flat. No, if our son is.
But you're the sentimental type, so.
I'm a little sentimental, but I'm practical too. So I'll be glad when all this is over.
Oh, okay. Everybody's coming to their senses all of a sudden. I guess the sadness.
Check
It's
on
insecurity.
Oh, yeah, he's sad.
Maddie. Hey, Maddie boy.
Put this up around.
He just likes his cousins. He doesn't have any, he couldn't care less about the house. Maddie, are you sad because of your cousins or this house? Both. Uh-oh. You're right. Grandpa's right. Well, the lodge is pretty nice, and your other house,
Doesn't have a pool.
Well, I have a pool in the condo you can use. What about the pool in Bicknell?
How about the beach at Oceanside?
How about the beach at Oceanside? No. Well, there's a pond on the golf course at Whispering Palms you can swim in. Yeah, there's a sad person.
He's truly sad.
Hey, are you sad we're moving?
Blakey,
Hey, we're selling the house. Are you sad?
tell us about your experiences in this great house. Tell us about your fondest memories of this great house. That's a good answer. You should be a politician.
He's sincere.
I know, it's true. There are two.
Think about him.
That's right.
What? Dad, family picture.
I don't see everyone.
Wow, she's a poser.
Get Mom and Matt.
Are we doing that, buddy?
You like the
Phil, wait,
camera?
hold it.
Wow. She plays for the camera. I said, do you like the camera? And she said, yeah.
Hey, can someone get Matt and Mom?
Okay, Christina, turn around. I want to see your good side.
Is it good? Let me try it.
Jamie, get it. Turn around so we can see your good side. Oh, that's good, Charlene. Okay, digital photo. Stand still. Okay, your hands was up. Philip, look up. Everybody, quit moving for a minute.
Come up close, Scott, and don't get any, get us as much as we can, okay?
Now, what exactly is he doing? I caught him.
Doing everything.
He's doing all the work with no recognition, no praise. What? See, he's just in here working hard all day. We're having a photo, so you gotta stop. You gotta take a break. It's the 6:15 coffee break. So what are you doing, Dave?
I'm just packing up the
Packing the shop?
shop smith up so
Oh.
I can take it to the Utah
Oh, good.
to use at my house.
Cool.
getting cool yet?
Stand behind my
Is
dad.
it getting cool yet?
She says she's so tired, but she's really sad.
No, it's
I know,
pretty
she
warm.
said.
She had to
Who?
leave.
thought
My
it started
mom.
Your mom, yeah, your mom said.
Mom, mom, mom.
Rain started raining on. We thought summer was over, but then it just got real nice and hot.
Give me the picture.
Aren't you,
Steph, hold on.
Linda, aren't you glad your kids are all here?
Yeah, that's the best.
When did we get down? Let's take a picture.
It's too bad it had to be on such a sad occasion. Who died anyway?
Come on.
The legacy has died.
Hey, Dave!
The legacy.
Here we go.
Rolling.
We're looking at up from the house, the front fountain and the lights and the trees, and over to the left is the coral tree in the circle, the central circle. You can see the olive trees in the background and palm trees growing up behind there that we planted about 3 years ago. And palm trees are coming wonderfully well. And everything is the most beautiful that it's ever been. And Linda and I came here and bought this 3 3/4 acres back in 1966. And we paid $16,900 for it.
Wow.
And in 1968 we were unsuccessful in buying the kind of a place that we wanted in San Diego. So we decided instead of waiting 10 years, we'd go ahead and build it now. And as you can see right here is this huge big eucalyptus tree. And we'll get some pictures in the daytime. But this whole bank here was lined with these huge big trees. And of course they've probably grown another 50 feet since we've been here. We've taken most of them out because they're so dirty and keep the driveway so dirty. But when we came here, it was a picture, and down where the house is, it was so dense with the natural growth, you couldn't even walk through it. Had to just piece your way through the greasewood and all the native shrubbery. And so we built this house in 1968 and 69 and moved in here in September of 1969. And that's 31 years, almost to the day. We moved here the third week in September. The first 2 or 3 weeks, Linda had to drive the children up to school here before we moved in from Mississippi Street. And the house was unfinished, the driveway was not in. And but we moved in and we didn't have much furniture or anything. And we really got lost in this house because it was a lot bigger than it looked like it was on the paper. Area here we put in when we remodeled about 14 or 15 years ago, and we spent about $400,000 to $500,000 in completely revamping a lot of things. And we plastered this wall and put the brick on top, and we built the balusters and the fountains, and just did a whole lot of work. We planted the daylilies in front and did a lot of re-landscaping, and we tore all the windows and door frames, baseboards out, replaced everything, and really did a big remodeling on this place. And then about 3 years ago we took out the old asphalt driveway and put in this concrete driveway, and it's been beautiful. And at that time we did more landscaping. We brought a lot of things up to date and added a lot of beautiful things, palm trees, and 3 years ago is when I planted 1,000 palm trees up and took out all the lemon trees. And we had lemon orchard up there that we put in the year before we built the house. But the trees were getting old and rank, and we took them out, and I decided to go ahead and plant palm trees. And there's about 1,000 of them up there, and they're growing like weeds. This patio, years and years ago, and it's been nice when we have people and parties and things to have the water trickling down, and it's just been a beautiful a beautiful place.
Okay.
You'll see some of the things looking a little grim right now because we're moving and a lot of the things have been removed. We had a lot of pretty things in this library. It's been a wonderful room and we've enjoyed it a lot. I have especially. And all the books have been removed from the bookcases. And this is how this room was when we first moved here. And we did have the draperies in this room and this little saruk rug that my mom got for me in England when they were there back in on their mission back in 1966, 67, in those years. And then when we remodeled, we put in that beautiful fireplace. That mantle and piece came out of a mansion in Los Angeles that Bob found for us, and he got us the Italian tiles, and we built that fireplace to fit the size of that mantle. And it was a beautiful addition, and this is a beautiful little room. A nice quiet place on the quiet side of the house where I've been able to come and relax, do my work and so forth. This little hallway off of the entry is the, excuse all the junk there. That old chest we've had for many years, and it's an old carved chest that sits about right in that little room. You notice that the cornice work here, and we have a lot of the cornice work in this home that I built in at the time I built the house when I knew the Mexican person that did this kind of work. This is not done anymore. This is all made out of plaster Paris, and then it was painted in different. When it was first in, this one was white. And then when we redecorated and repainted the walls and so forth, we changed the color. And the teak wood floors have been nice, very pretty. The library floor was done when we built the house. These floors were added when we remodeled some years ago. And this goes into the guest bathroom, which is a real pretty little room, and people who have come here and stayed have really enjoyed it. It's been a beautiful little place to come. It's an Oriental design wallpaper.
Oops.
And you know, it's very colorful and very pretty. The light fixtures in here we changed. We're taking the light fixtures with us for our next house, and so things are changed a little bit here and there. There are a lot of memories in this house. This is the guest room here. And this was decorated with cherubs and babies, and I guess this maybe was Linda's favorite room because of that. And this is an old iron bed, and it's been really pretty, and a lot of people have stayed here and really enjoyed it. It's very quiet here, and the way it's decorated and all has been a very pleasant atmosphere. This cornice work again, and then when we remodeled, we did a wallpaper border on the ceiling, painted the cornice in the colors that you see, in the greens and pinks, and then it was all blended in with the ceiling. And it's made a very, very beautiful treatment of that ceiling and the room in general. We had a different light fixture in here which we've removed to take with us. This chest has the cherubs with the wings on the legs. Everything in here has cherubs or babies, and that was painted by Bob Longdyke along with the mirror, and it's a very, very pretty piece. A lot of people have stayed here. My mom and dad were here many, many times before they passed away. My brother Blaine lived here in this room for 6 to 8 months just before he passed away, and he passed away here in the house, or here in this room, and
That's why Karen will never sleep in here anymore.
well, actually he didn't pass away here. He was always afraid that he might make a mess, and so I guess he probably knew that death was approaching, and Linda found him in the morning. He was in the hallway.
Oh.
So he didn't actually die in this room. But that doesn't have any significance as far as I'm concerned. I don't.
Yeah.
And then of course Linda's mom has been living here off and on for quite some time, and I think she's enjoyed it because of the pleasant atmosphere that's here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cell phone.
I'm getting so sick of that phone. What was that covered there? This, of course, is the dining room, and it was repainted and redecorated. The chandelier we have taken, that's a nice chandelier, but we took the other down, and the wall brackets, we're taking those with us. And we will also remove these drapes, because the people don't want them. This room has the cornice work, very, very ornate. And the centerpiece above the chandelier is also of the same plaster of Paris. And when we moved in here, it was all painted white. And then it was decorated and the ceiling painted by Bob Longdyke. These draperies were not original. The ones that were in the guest room used to be in here, and we had a really nice white wallpaper in here that my mother helped us pick out originally. And this was a very much lighter room back before we redecorated it. And we decided that in the decoration that we would go more into a more authentic European style to go with the house. And normally all these figurines don't sit here, but they're out for packing. These draperies are interesting. Bob found these draperies in a mansion they were tearing down in Los Angeles. And they're silk, and they're very full. He brought the material down, the draperies down, and we had them recut. You can see how full they are. And they're solid silk. They're probably 75 years old, but they're still perfect and beautiful. And we had them recut and relined and cleaned. And we're going to take those with us to use in another house. The old as well. It's really hard to leave all this behind because the detail and the things that we put into this house are sort of hard to leave behind.
Oh, you're taking a lot of it with you.
So we are taking quite a bit of it with us. And the thing that we'll take more than anything are memories in the dining room are of those Thanksgiving days when we have our dinner in here and sit around the table and everybody tell what they're thankful for. And that's sort of been a tradition here for a lot of years. And it's been wonderful to have everybody around the table and hearing those things that they're thankful for. And they've been many. We've had a lot of wonderful blessings in this house. The door, when we built the house, I was looking for a door and couldn't find one. Things that are available now are not available then, and I went down to Tijuana to a big shop down there where they made doors and had this door made.
That's big.
And this entry hall is still pretty much the same except for the colors and the paint that was changed. And this, of course, this house was an ongoing project that took many, many years after we moved here. And a piece of furniture here and, you know, little different things along the way. And then I got a surprise from Johnny here a few months back when he brought that wonderful wood carving of Alva Alexander. And this old blanket box and the grandfather clock that you see in the stairwell there were items that my mom brought back from England for me when they were on their mission back in the 60s. These little black chairs with the inlay and the red cushions were out of my mother's house, and those were given to me after she passed away in 1969. We are just finishing the house when she passed away on August 29th. 1969, and the following month in September is when we moved in. But she did get the opportunity to help us pick out wallpaper and different things for the house, and it was very beautiful. But she never had the opportunity to come in when it was finally finished. The bookcases up above were added when we remodeled, and the light fixture is a beautiful thing. It's etched glass in the top, and it was made actually from two light fixtures. And we'd like to take that with us, but we didn't have a replacement for it, and in our new house we really don't have a place for it. But it's very beautiful in this house, and we sort of hate to leave it behind.
What about the floor and this trap door over here?
The floor was supposed to be an Italian tile, but we were unable to get it. And the
Hit some more lights.
back order on it was something like 6 months to a year. So we didn't think we wanted to live with the we didn't want to live with cement on the floor for that long a time, and so we decided that we would use the travertine, and it was laid in without joints, and then we had a terrazzo man come and grind it, and that's why it's so smooth, and it's been a beautiful, wonderful floor. Now, they were not using that much when we built this house, if any. But now it's the most popular floor that's being put in homes today.
Mm-hmm.
Only they're using bigger pieces. And then we paneled the stairway with some detail. This wrought iron railing is a copy of the wrought iron railing that was in Uncle Rob and Aunt Mabel's home, which we visited. before we built this home, and the people that lived there let us come in and showed us off to their old house over in Encanto. And I made some sketches, and we sort of copied the design. And then also, it had the leaves coming down the stairway here in this design with the acorns and so forth. We copied from that home. Then we paneled this stairway and put our hallway closet so that it's sort of, you don't see the closet
Right.
because it's fits into the panel. Coming off the entry in the back is the living room, of course, and this room stayed unfinished for about 15 years. And I guess it was at Karen's wedding when we completed this room and we put in the coppered ceiling. And finally finished the fireplace and the decoration around the fireplace and the travertine marble around the fireplace. This had a different fixture in it, which we have taken with us. And these are antique mirrors on the wall with these old Chippendale tables and the Oriental lamps that were made out of Oriental kerosene lamps. And then Linda got her new piano here a few years ago. On the wall over the piano is an old screen with painted flowers. And at the time we finally finished the living room and got a new rug. And this has the teak floors as well, and we did the draperies, which are very beautiful. This is a wonderful couch, very comfortable and beautiful fabric. And the bureau bookcase that you're looking at now came from England in the same box with the other things that my mom brought home to me. Around on the walls, different places of the house, you see these etchings, and there are quite a number of those, and I acquired those from a man by the name of Mr. Harrington Ulysses S. Harrington. He lived in San Francisco or Oakland, and I had business dealings with me, and he ended up owing me some money that he was unable to pay, and so he offered me these etchings. They're very beautiful. And we had them all framed, and we have those hanging around different places in the house. And they're very beautiful. They were unframed when I acquired them. We've removed the little square corner table there with two black chairs. That's been removed already. That occupied that corner, which looks a little bit bare right now. This chair is one that Linda's mom gave us. It's a real pretty inlaid old chair. The coffee table is an Oriental piece that we acquired some time back from Bob. And so much of what's in the house came from Bob. He was remarkable in that every once in a while he'd drag something down here that he'd found in a store somewhere, and he said this would be perfect for this spot. So that's where a lot of these things came from. No, we'll take the clock with us. That's a French clock, and I got that from a fellow I got acquainted with who is a clock expert, and I've known him now for probably 25 years, and whenever I need any clock work done, why, he takes care of it. And I was in his shop one day and saw that clock, and I thought it was a real pretty clock, and so I bought it. And then Bob found that ornamental shelf in an antique store, and I don't know where it ever came from or what it was in the beginning. And then we built it into this fireplace when we did this detail, and then I had a marble shelf put on it that would just fit the clock. Yeah, Racy wants those paintings in his new room, and he wants to do a sea thing, and so those are going in his room. And we're leaving the entrance hall and going down this little gallery. And when I designed this house, I got the idea for this from a picture in a home, and we've done a lot of things here. One thing, when we remodeled, we split the new baseboard and put this Italian tile strip that runs all the way around the entry hall. And then we did a lot of this. I put this tile in myself in the baseboard, and I also did the rope moldings around these European windows. These windows open in, and this is so nice with the patio out here to be able to open these windows and enjoy the breeze. It's been very pleasant. And I made these windowsills, these windows low. We made these windowsills wide so that at Christmas time we usually put bright red poinsettias in pots all along there. Decorate this up pretty. And here you're looking in the off of the gallery here into the family room, and I saw similar beams in a book of Mexican and Spanish design, and so I duplicated these. These are 6 by 14 beams. They are structural, holding up the upstairs bedrooms with the corbels. And I've always loved this room. I like the look of the beams, and we of course enjoyed lots of family activities in this family room. We made some changes when we remodeled, and that all this cabinetry we added, where we have our TV and which is visible from the positioning of the couches and the chairs and so forth. And we built this very large fireplace that we've been able to enjoy. We've had all the eucalyptus wood in the world, and all winter long, we burn a lot of wood, and it's been great to have that nice fire there. And the music equipments and the cabinets and built-in speakers, and it's been
Well, they left the pool ball.
Music components are all here, and the music, when we originally built the house, we wired the whole house for sound. We've been able to enjoy music throughout the house. And then when we remodeled, this part used to be a guest, or not a guest, but a maid's bedroom. And on this wall between was where we had the shelves and so forth for the music components. And when we remodeled, we decided that we hardly ever use this room, so we we tore out the wall, and duplicated the oak floor. And since this was on a higher level, we made the little steps with the wrought iron, and the ornamental wrought iron was added. That came from some old house, and we had it welded on there. And then we had our little pool table there in that room. It's been removed at the present time. And
Hey, can I go swimming tonight?
we'll have to check. It might still be a little murky.
Might be.
Last night here.
Might be chlorinated.
We'll take a look at it. I think
Ask David. He'll be here in a few minutes.
I think it's still open. You could go see how it's cleared up. It's probably cleared up pretty good now. The
Okay.
chemicals are
Well, because I'm just
all
leaving.
balanced.
Well, I leave tomorrow night, but I can't think of a time during the day
Yeah.
when I would be able to. Did you see all those books we got rid of?
Yeah.
Do you see how many boxes we took to storage?
Yeah. Anyhow, our groceries from my mother and dad's home in the country. And when I was a little kid, I loved those red drapers. They were in the living room. And so my mother kept 3 of them for me. And we hung them on those ornamental wrought iron rods there on either side of the window in the pool room. And I'll take those with me, of course, and there's one other, and we'll use those in our new home someplace.
What room are we in now, Christina?
The kitchen where I'm about to eat a yummy dinner of cup of noodles
Oh boy.
while reading an Archie
Why don't you
comic.
eat some of that good home cooking?
My stomach
Catching
can't.
up on Archie.
My stomach can't handle it anymore.
Oh.
I need something light.
It's been an interesting kitchen. It comes off of the entry hall over there, and it comes off of the gallery here, right to the family room. And what a wonderful kitchen this has been. And with the long table here with 10 chairs, it's where a lot of people have gathered over the years. And we expanded into the patio many, many years ago, and built the window wall and brought that little room into the kitchen area. And it's been a great place where the kids have had their toys and played, and now their grandchildren do the same. And well, we've had a lot of parties in this house over the years, but everybody ends up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You cannot keep people out of the kitchen. This has been the gathering places for every party that we've ever had. I have to brag and say that this big island in the middle of the kitchen was probably one of the first islands that was ever built in the kitchen.
Wow.
In those days, everybody was building these peninsula extensions, and that's what I had on the plan. And one day I was looking at the plan, and it just dawned on me, well, why would anybody want to walk clear out around a peninsula? Why don't we just cut the thing out, leave the island in the middle, and then you could move around it.
And then you have that extra sink right there.
And then we put a sink here, so right next to the refrigerator, so that we can use that to prepare salads and other things. And I designed this kitchen in zones so that a lot of people could be working here at the same time. Over there is the cleanup area where all the dishes go. The dishwasher's there, and then the sink, and all the work area over there. And then you come around the corner over here, and this is the baking area, where Linda had her mix master down below here, and all the baking that was done was all prepared on that counter right next to the oven, and the cooking top here with another oven was close where the pans could reach the sink. And so when it's all zoned off, why then people can work in all of the different zones at the same time and not be stumbling over each other. And then when we've had these parties, what we do is put the food around this big island, and people just go around the circle and help themselves. Up until we remodeled, we had just a regular refrigerator, and then we did a built-in Sub-Zero there. The pantry is off there in that door next to the refrigerator, so that's very handy also. And then on the other side is Linda's desk, and that's where she does all her paperwork. It's a mess right now, getting all this junk out of here.
And
But the plan
basement door.
Yeah, the plan was, before we decided that we were going to sell, is that we have everything wired for computers, and we were going to put her computer here for the management of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to have intercoms all through. We had a 12, let's see, I think it was like a 12 or 16 area intercom where you could press the buttons and call all over the house. It's a little room off of the kitchen here, and we have hanging there now the portraits of all the children that were done by Lynette Perks. And she was very anxious to do these because she'd never had the opportunity to do a family like this before. And so she did them individually, and they're wonderful likenesses. And also, she's so talented, and you can just read the personalities of the children as well as the likeness is just amazing. So there's 8 of them there, and on the back wall here, sort of in the dark, is Philip and Matt and Jamie. And those are
Where's Philip?
Philip's right
Oh,
over
there's Philip. Matt.
And this big old chest is housed videos and toys and
Roberto's. Or Roberto's.
we're glad we got these done when some of the children were a little younger. Philip still has that youthful look. Gracie and Christina.
How many missionaries you got there? Is that all of them?
No, we've
Bill's
had,
isn't up.
there's 2, 4, 6. Phillips is not there, and then Racy will be 8. We will have had 8 missionaries, which we're pretty proud of, and all of our sons-in-laws have been on missions.
You have to ask your mom.
And then our neighbor Scott went on, who hung out here his whole life, went on a mission, and Chad Holder, another hangout, went on a mission. So,
Who's this? What, you know who that is? That baby right there?
that's Racy.
Oh, Racy. Oh, there's Racy again.
These little portraits were done by an artist in Chile that Matt had done from photographs when he was on his mission. They're really quite good. Oh, here's Philip. There's Philip.
Oh, yeah.
And there's April. And there's old Jamie on his tire swing.
system of hampers. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, this is the super.
Hey, there we go, Linda.
Who's here?
You're 15 minutes late.
I know that's because Bishop Romney came and talked to us
Oh, don't blame it
about
on the bishop.
repenting.
Now this is the genius design of the hamper
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, this is.
Who's going to take credit for that?
Well,
See.
both of us, I guess, because the needs were many, and so this system here is really quite simple. The clothes that are to be ironed are on the left, and the clothes that have completed to be ironed are on the right.
Oh, the mending's on the right.
Oh, the mending's on the right. And then this in the center housed all the hampers, one for each person. And
And this whole thing is a dirty laundry bin.
yeah, this one here has two bins in it, and the dry cleaning goes in one, and the shirts that go to the laundry go in the other one. And then there's two more double ones here, so that when the clothes come down, they go in the various areas so that the clothes don't have to be sorted. And then when one's full, well, you can, instead of reaching down and having to get it out, well, you just open it up, take it out from the bottom, and put it in the washing machine.
And there's the ironing board right there on the wall.
The ironing board. This also served as the sewing area. Sewing machine was here, and this bin situation over here seconded for a work table
Yeah,
for cutting out patterns and so on and
wrapping gifts.
so forth. Wrapping gifts, whatever.
One birthday.
And then up in the cupboard here we had wrapping paper on rolls. It was easy to access, and all Linda's sewing stuff and all was in here. Thing is gone out of here now. We had a beautiful antique chest here with a mirror over it. And then Linda's antique desk was over by the window. And this has been a wonderful place. That fireplace has been used a lot, and every year for 30 years. And it's nice to have a little pretty fireplace. And there again, you'll notice in here the cornice work and that fireplace was all made out of the plaster of Paris.
Wow.
And the face around the fireplace is concrete.
That looks like marble.
Yeah, Bob
Painted.
came in and marbleized it. And it's been a beautiful, beautiful, enjoyable room through the years. And this is nice because this has double French doors that go out onto a balcony. And then the other thing that's nice about it is that the drapery treatment was a little different than what it is now, but the material is the same. But double French door there that goes out on that nice balcony. You can overlook the backyard and the pool. And then over on this side is another French door. It goes out onto the big balcony with the archways and looking out over the backyard. And that also opens to the girls' room on the other side. And then we had a very ornamental bathroom. Run through that quickly. And this was all done with the plaster Paris, with the columns and the chandelier above and the cornice all the way around. And the cornice around the tub enclosure. We had this big old round tub, and this was done in the days when they were just starting to make this cultured marble. And this tub was so big and heavy, but it just so happened that it was in the right place. There was a great big beam that spanned across right underneath it with the other floor joists. And so it's held it up. This house has been interesting because it's all lath and plaster, but we don't have a single crack, even a hairline crack, in any of the ceilings in this house.
Wow.
And we took precautions when the house was framed with 2x8s, and I built it heavy to hold the tile roof. And then on all the ceilings we put chicken wire and all precautions to keep it from cracking. There hasn't been any settling in the house at all, and the cracks have been almost non-existent. This is our closet. We've changed this a lot, and just recently too. Before, there were doors, louver doors on these closets, and cupboard doors on everything. This was used for the nursery. The baby bed was here by the window, and this is where all the little children grew up in their early years, sleeping here where they were close to us in the bedroom. Now, the reason that we removed all the doors and the cupboards is to give this closet a much bigger look. It is a very large space, but when the cupboards were all closed, why